Hi folks, how you doing? Another blog video. This one's a bit more light-hearted than the last one. I was pretty pissed off on that last video, but it's funny when you write songs, it seems to cleanse your spirit. So I feel positive tonight, and but still, spread the word. Help me do this. Help me do this anyway. The reason for this blog video is I've been getting tons and tons of questions about the gear and stuff that I use when I'm recording and when I'm gigging and playing live. So I thought, well, why not do a blog about all my gear and what I use and stuff like that. So I've kind of unpacked everything on the floor, and I'll show you the guitars and the amps and the different things that are used, and give you a bit of an explanation of them, and what songs I've used them on and what songs I have been using them on for the new album, that kind of thing. So if you're not a geek, you probably want to press the stop button and find something more interesting on YouTube or whatever you're watching on at the moment. If you are a geek, hang around, because a bit of geekness does not hurt you. Right, here we go. Gear. Okay. First and foremost, the big chap. Here we go. This is my Gibson L4, which was it was actually kindly donated to me by Gibson, as were a few of these guitars, which was kind of sweet. This L4 is this is one of my favourite guitars I have ever played in my entire life. It's a kind of Spanish style acoustic thing with Les Paul pickups on it. The best way to describe this is big, round, kind of woody sound. I have this issue where I describe guitars sounds in material terms. So it's kind of woody sounding, and at the same time it makes me think of brown leather. I don't know if that's a fetish, but anyway, it's a lovely big guitar. It's a big jangly sound that's huge. I use this song for banging on the drums. I think it was used in these days as well. Shadows. I also use it on the new songs. It'll be some of you have heard these on the gigs that we do, but they'll be on the album. Sleep, We Are Not Dirt. It's also used in Home. So a fantastic piece of kit. There you go. It's lovely, isn't it? Actually, if I was small enough, I think I would live inside this guitar. It's great. Okay, next up I have... Now this is a strange one. This is my Les Paul. This was another donation. To be honest, I only ever used this guitar in the studio. It featured on a couple of tracks. I think it featured in Flying to the Ground at one point as well. But strangely enough, I fell in love with it. And it's now became a bit of a mainstay for the band. I use it on new songs such as Armchair Whores, or Armchair Whores, as I sing. But it's a cracking, it's a really nice guitar basically. Unfortunately, the only bad thing about it is that those huge fire extinguishers you get. Well, it weighs more than one of those. But it's a really, really nice guitar, and it's fantastic for just light, high-end riffs, that kind of thing. It's pretty cool. Next up, I have my Gibson SG, which this is one I actually got myself, and it's got this little kind of different pickup in it. It's actually water damaged, and I walked into a shop and I had about £300 or £400 off it, so I got it for about £700 I got it as a steal, really. And the story behind the pickup is that they didn't have the right pickup to put in the bridge. There's a black and white pickup there. They didn't have the right pickup to put in the bridge, so they'd stuck a really expensive Seymour Duncan in it, and they'd planned to replace that, but I blagged it before they could do that. This guitar's a Ned, basically. If you're in England, that's a chav, but it's really just a really spiky, aggressive bitch, and you can tell that with the horns on it. You see the spikes? Bitch. No, It's a lovely guitar anyway. This guitar I used extensively on Flying to the Ground. It's used on, you know, new songs like Long Road to Rundown, Parliament as well. It's the Parliament guitar. As I say, it's a topper. It's a really good guitar. One of my favourites. Pretty much these three guys here make up the Oswald sound. And next up, I have this acoustic. This was a donation as well. I can't actually remember the model of this. It's a CJ something. Anyway, it's a cheeky acoustic. You know, it's quite a honky, rude, kind of spiky sounding acoustic. You know, if you have to play it gently to get it to sound nice, but that kind of suits our unplugged style anyway. But it's a sweet guitar. It's really, really nice, very, very light, and yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's got weird electronics in it, but it sounds okay. I'm getting a bit geeky now, but never mind. So that's the guitars. I actually have another Les Paul, but it's down in London. It's a white one. I have to get that back sometime actually. But yeah, that's the weapons of choice for me.